Stu here with Raid, Shadow Legends, and Zavia. So I've had her for a couple months. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video about her, so I'm going to play around. We've got two Tauruses here. We're going to run this clip. Normally you will see her with a Draco morph or you will see her with a Venus. There she gets the most damage out of what she does. There we go. We got Poison, Poison Explosion. So her A1 hits 3 times, has a 40% chance per hit to apply a poison. Not very big. I went Sniper in the support mastery to get an additional 5%. That way it's 45 each hit to apply the poison. Her A2 hits 2 times AoE. Each time it hits, it can apply a poison, 75% to apply poison on everybody out there, 2 times. And then her A3 does damage and then does the detonation, right? Explodes all poisons that are out there. Also, if she kills somebody with her A3, they cannot revive. So on this team, I had to really work with the speeds, with the Tauruses to make sure, because when we get to the dragon here, we have enough time to take a few turns so they can get back around to being able to do their A3, where they can get protection right this. Plus, we need the poisons up. So we've got Renegade to do the cooldown after the first wave. Then we come over here. We've got this. We did enough speed, so we made sure our Tauruses came back and can do the AoEs because the dragon's going to rear up and then breathe on us again. Just fun. But is she good in dragons? Have you seen her go through dragons and speedruns before? You probably have. She's great in there. But again, having a Draco in your Zavia team or a Venus is totally different than you running her by herself. Here's her by herself. Her AI is not the greatest. She's going to do her A3 first. There's no poisons to explode. That's what she always does. Now, you kind of want her to do that anyways because you want to bring in people who put up poisons, and then you want her to do that. So it would be better if the AI knew. If the AI was like, okay, there are no poisons up, let me do A2. We just started the game. We're going to do AoE. A2 is AoE, hits twice. Each hit has a chance to do 75% chance to apply a poison on all the enemies. And then she could come loop around back to her A3, blow them all up, and do massive amount of damage. And both her AoEs do damage on their own. So what I've gathered from everybody out there, that it's always better to do attack on her. We'll go over her gear at the very end, but it's always better to put attack percentage on her. Don't do critical damage, do attack. So I have her in attack gloves, attack boots, and attack chest. That's it. And then I've got her in a critical damage neck, of course. And then for her masteries, I've got her in critical damage masteries. You'll see her masteries at the end. At the very end, we're going to go through this Fire Knight. We're going to go through Spiders and talk about her. We're going to show her an arena, and then I put her on my Unkillable Clan Boss team. And she did okay. Frozen Banshee pretty much blew her away, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So she's here by herself. Now, a lot of people do speed runs in Fire Knight, but they use Kymar. They use Venus or Draco with Zavia along with somebody else. They can even do 4-man and get lucky sometimes to do some really fast runs, but it's not the most stable. They can fail sometimes, but if they do a 5-man, they've got it easy. This is a long run, even for me, because I don't use Zavia for runs. In here, I would have Seer, and we would make sure with the Seer in here dropping the waves for me, I would do this in a minute to 20 seconds every time. If I did, I wouldn't use Zavia in my dragon runs either because I have Royal Guards and I have Seer to melt the waves and to kill the dragon. So for me, since I don't have a Draco, since I don't have a Venus, with that decreased defense and 25% additional damage plus the poisons that they apply, which really help her out. I mean, a tremendous amount, because then it'll look like this. The boss would look like this with all the poisons. Then she'd do her poison explosion and it's much faster. Much, much faster. But unfortunately, I don't have those. So I can't make it look crazy fast. But I just want you to keep that in mind, that if you're playing her and you don't have those champions, she's a phenomenal champion on her own. But with those guys, it makes it look like it's much easier, right? They just blow through things that you won't be able to do if you don't have them. So keep that in mind. So here's Fire Knight again. Are we doing another run? Or are we going to go over to Spiders? I thought we were going to go over to Spiders. What did I record here? What did I save? I thought I edited this. Okay, we're going to go over to Spiders here, and we're going to throw in a team. Yes, yes. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. So here we are. So we're going to put a mass amount of poisons. The problem with Spider is that a Spider's 19 is Spirit Affinity. If you weak hit, you will not detonate those poisons. So here we go. And it's harder to apply the poisons, right? Because if you weak hit, you will not apply a debuff. So we're trying to, we get our poisons up with Bad L. We get our poisons up with the Taurus. Sure, no problem. But we're ready to go. We could take Spiders, half of the Spider's life, and kill all the Spiderlings. But look at that. Weak hit, weak hit, weak hit, nothing happens. So we're going to die. Otherwise, if she was a different affinity, she would be really, really good for Spider 20. Spider 19, no problem. You could take her in there, have some fun with her. Let's move forward a little bit more, and we'll see her do it again. I want to see her get a hit. Okay, the next one, we're going to come here just for science. We're going to run it again because we want to see that hit. We want to see how hard it will hit to explode these poisons, and then we would reset with Kymar and come back around. So my Kymar is set up for Arena right now, so he's going to go first. We're just going to hit that move. Now we're going to get our poisons back up. Here we go. Boom. So look at that. Over half health. The spider would be dead. We'd reset with Karma. We'd do it all over again. It would be done. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen because we get weak hits. So let's, again, skip through this. So here we are in Arena. Let me back up. So here we are in Platinum Arena. We try to find somebody that we were faster than just to have some fun. Because remember, her A3, if she kills somebody, they cannot be revived. It blocks revive. But we got to come in here with a Taurus. And I had 2 Tauruses. Who else did I have with me? I had this up in Gold 4 just for a while for fun. I had 2 Taurus, Zavia, and my Arbiter. And I was getting wins. People would come in there. They weren't ready for it. The speed, you know, of course, if you're faster, you're going to win anyways. We put up the poisons. She blew everybody else up. I wish you could do replay and see everything. My buddy, where are you at? Where are you at, Thor? Thor, if you're out there, I do summons for Thor all the time. Great guy. I'm not fast enough to do this team with him. I think we got kind of close to beating him. But again, you could use her, right? You can use her with some form of poison if you want. If you're fast enough. Obviously, I'm not fast enough here. I need to... If we didn't have that decreased attack, we'd have it, right? We weren't faster than this. I'd have to change my team up to be faster than his Madam to use this team, right? To use the one we're using right now. Otherwise, if she didn't have that decreased attack, they would have all been blown up and dead. We'd be good. But... but we didn't have that luck, so we are going to die. Almost, though. Almost. Look, we're gonna get Sifi out of the picture, I think. How does this play out? Cythalia is fun. We had Cythalia in here, right? Did we get Sifi out of here or not? Oh, yeah, we did. We were hitting hard, right? We're hitting very hard. And we almost had Rotos, but we can't even see where Rotos' health is at right now. The way the game is done, it's bugged out whenever he does his A2 to get additional health. It's bugged out. We can't even see where he's at. Because it looks like we would kill him, but we don't kill him, so who knows? And then here he goes in to do what Rotos does, and we're out. So I did change speeds on her. I put her on my unkillable clan boss team. Again, I always use Frozen Banshee in here unless it's the weak affinity. Then I will switch to Occult Brawler. They're both at 212 speed. I had to put my Zavia at 212 speed. She does not have Giant Slayer on her. With Giant Slayer on her A1, we'd have 3 chances to proc that, do additional damage. So let's give her an overall additional 5 million. Because if we're going 50 rounds, that's a lot. What in the world happened? Okay, so we're going to skip forward. So she's doing her poison explosion, right? We're not keeping the poisons up, but it's kind of cool, though. I thought it would be a little bit interesting because Vizier is extending the poison, so we're getting a lot of stacks. Then she's blowing those stacks up, but I can't even tell how much damage is done when she explodes it. Like, I don't see a big number fly up. I don't see numbers fly up at all, actually. Let me see if I can slow this down or if I need to do anything. Come on, blow it up. And since she only has a 45% chance with Masteries to apply a poison, it's really not happening that often, right? To restock it back up. There we go. There we go. See, I don't even see numbers. I don't know what's going on. But again, with Frozen Banshee, I always get 47 million all the time. 47 million. Lowest I get is like 45 million. I get 48 million sometimes. So I always use Frozen Banshee. She's amazing. She keeps it up. She's got War Master on. She's getting those War Master procs. Again, if we added 5 more million to this, we still would be nowhere near what I get with my other people, right? And she did 12 million. Vizier's extending all that stuff too, so I don't know. Poison Explosion isn't the greatest. I mean, everybody can tell you if you're going to use her on the clan boss, it's not the greatest because on her AI will always use Poison Explosion and blow all your poisons up, and you might not even have somebody like Vizier that's cool enough to bring it back up and keep them back up fast enough like I'm doing. But I wouldn't use her. I would use Frozen Banshee in here, or I'd use a Occult Brawler if I have the weak affinity for Frozen Banshee because, let's face it, Frozen Banshee is amazing, especially with a counterattack to put up poisons and keep up poisons and keep going. So, yeah, she's a little bit less, and 5 million. Let's add 5 million, 6 million. I don't care. Add 6 million. If she had Giant Slayer on, we still would not be anywhere near the 47 million I'd normally get. All right, let's get over to her and see what we're looking at. Here is my girl looking amazing. Again, her A1, right? 40% chance to apply poison. A2, AoE damage, hits twice, 75% chance to apply it, 5% extra with Sniper and your support masteries. Attacks all enemies, explodes, detonates those poisons. They cannot be revived. Great to go. All based off of attack. Yes, we normally do critical damage with attack champions, I know. But again, from what everybody said, attack is the best way to go for her. I actually didn't test it out. I just put all attack on her. She's been exploding really well with that A3. I do have a critical damage neck. We have HP here with some attack on it. We have our accuracy with really low speed. And then the rest of this is just cool gear. At one time, I did have her in a stalwart set, but right now, I've got her in a no set. Nothing whatsoever. You saw her run through everything that she did with no sets. It's okay to have broken sets as long as you have really good sub stats and you're doing what you need to do, right? We've got a 100% chance to crit, 192 critical damage, again with not a lot of critical damage stuff on there, 5,841 attack, 41,000 HP, so all respectable stats, 228 accuracy, which is all we need for everything we need to do in the game for PvE. And then her masteries over here I have again for PvE, so I went down for critical damage instead of Helm Smasher because I want consistency. Do more damage the first hit we do on them, all the other stuff. Do more damage if they have higher max HP, critical damage. Then we come down here for some 3 different nodes to get additional accuracy. I always use Evil Eye on almost everybody for PvE content. It is the best. Again, we talked about Sniper to get the additional 5% on her A1 and her A2 to apply those poisons. One is at 40%. This brings it to 45. The other one is at 75%. This brings it to 80. And then we want to extend those poison debuffs that we put up. And that's Zavia. I mean, I have a great time with her. Again, I just have faster teams that I use. And I don't have a Draco or a Venus to couple up with her to really help out. So I don't use her full time. I really don't. She looks like an amazing champion, though. I have fun with her, but nothing, me, nothing beats my Seer, nothing beats my Royal Guards. I love playing those guys, and I have a lot of fun, even with my Cold Hearts and Fire Knight, so I haven't really found a use for her yet. When I get those other champions, we'll come back and revisit and see what we can do for speed comps. But that's Zavia. Let me know your thoughts on this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all on a video soon.